The next day, Ali received a call from the hospital. They told him, "Your tissues are a match." So Ali went and signed the necessary medical documents. Salma, who had thought she was going to die and had lost all hope, was overjoyed. Her parents were also happy and wanted to give money to the donor, but the doctor told them he could not reveal the donor's identity. The operation was performed successfully, and Salma was discharged from the hospital in good health, with her life restored, as was Ali's. As soon as Salma recovered, Ali felt relieved and happy. After some time, Salma returned to the university and met Ali. He said to her, "Thank God you're safe. You've been gone for a long time." She was annoyed with him and said, "You were the only one who didn't come to check on me. Aren't you ashamed to meet me now with such cold indifference?" Ali felt tears welling up in his eyes and said, "Only God knows that I prayed for you day and night for your recovery." She replied, "Thank you," then walked away and left him. After realizing that she had been close to death, Salma decided to change her life. She started wearing the hijab, felt a sense of peace, and became more consistent in her prayers. She also turned her relationship with Rami into a purely superficial one, which made Ali love her more and more. Ali went to his mother and said, "Mother, I want you to propose to Salma for me." She asked him, "Son, do you know her well?" He replied, "I love her deeply and passionately." She told him, "Son, wait a little while so I can prepare things and make the necessary arrangements." Ali then remembered that Salma's birthday was the next day, and he wanted to give her a special gift. He recalled seeing her post many pictures of horses on her Facebook profile, and that she loved artistic artifacts. He went to his late father's workshop, where his father had worked as a carpenter, and decided to craft a small wooden horse for her as an artistic piece. He stayed up all night making it, even though his hands were cut and hurt a lot. The next morning, he found out that Salma was throwing a big party at her house, but she hadn't invited him. He wrapped the wooden horse and wrote a note, "Happy birthday, and may you live to be 100, God willing." He signed it Ali and sent it to her. After the party ended, Salma began opening her gifts until she got to his. When she saw the horse and noticed the fine engraving, she was surprised. Despite the simplicity of the gift, she realized that Ali was a refined person with a kind heart, and it was the best gift she had received. The next morning, she decided to thank him for the gift and apologize for inviting everyone to her party except him. As soon as she saw him, she went to him, and for the first time she felt a strange feeling around him. At that moment, Ali decided to confess his love for her. When he did, she couldn't fully comprehend it, and for the first time, she felt embarrassed by the word "I love you" because it felt sincere, tender, and came from the heart of a man who truly loves. But when he told her that he would bring his mother to propose to her, she hesitated for a moment and considered the material side of things. However, not wanting to hurt his feelings, she said, "You're welcome," because she didn't believe he was serious. 2 days later, Ali and his mother went to propose to Salma. As soon as the maid opened the door, they entered the villa and sat in the large guest room, where everything was expensive and very luxurious. Salma's parents came and looked at Ali. When Salma's father saw that Ali's hands were injured, he thought Ali was a construction worker. He asked him, "What do you want?" Ali's mother said they were there to propose to Salma for Ali. Her father replied that he didn't have any daughters to marry off. Ali said, "I came for Salma." Salma's father asked, "What's your job?" Ali replied that he studied with Salma and worked in repairing computers and mobile phones. Her father said, "You work as a computer repairman and come to propose to your master's daughter, a daughter of wealth and luxury." At that moment, Ali saw tears in his mother's eyes. He wanted to say something to make him regret his words, but he heard Salma's voice calling her mother, so he remained silent and turned to leave. Salma's father told him, "Take the flowers and cake you brought with you." Ali left, deeply heartbroken and sad, seeing the pain in his mother's eyes as she watched her son's heart break. With tears in her eyes, she said to him, "It seems she is not meant for you, my son.